Hi guys, I just wanted to go over a few progressions that you can use to approach a new mace or Gada. In this case, it's the Gada, and I have a few students that are new to using the Gada. Maybe they have used a mace, maybe not. But here's just a few progressions that I use when I approach a new mace or Gada. The first thing I would do is just kind of pick it up and feel the weight. Is that light? Is that heavy? How does that feel? Next thing I'll do is I'll climb down. Find that nice squat position here, whatever that looks like for you, and then I'll just stand. So in this position then, my elbows are nice and tight. Wrists are neutral. And I'm gripping not a death grip, but just a nice solid grip. And then I'm just going to climb, just let the momentum of the mace, and then gently let it go down. Don't squeeze too hard. Preserve your grip. And then we'll go back up if you can. If not, just repeat that process. So maybe 2-3 times, just climb up and down. Gives you a feel for the grip. Next thing I might do, what I always do, is I'll climb down again. Find that nice elbows on the knees. Nice grip here, almost like a goblet squat. And I'll stand, and then I'll just perform a few squats. So your squat depth is your squat depth. So I'll do a few squats here, and then I'll set it down. And I'll shake it out. Next thing I'll do is I'll hinge, and I'll pick it up. A little suitcase deadlift here, and I'll hold, pack the shoulders, and then I'll take a few steps, maybe 20-30 steps. And I'll repeat that on both sides. So again, 20-30 steps. This is something I do with a new or heavier Gada before I even attempt to swing it, just so my body is used to the weight. And then I'll get in my nice position, non-dominant hand on the bottom, and I'll get into this nice solid start position, and I'll go into the rack, push it here, and into that front rack position. In this position, I'm below the navel, and I'm relaxed. If this is difficult for you to balance, go ahead and choke up. Choke up so that the head of the mace is above maybe at the top of your head. And then what I'll do is I'll do a little climbers here, up and down. If you can't go up, go ahead and climb down and set it down. So let's start here. We'll just let momentum take it down. What you want to do is just get the feel for gripping with each hand. Now if coming up is not comfortable, go ahead and start over and get to the bottom. You just do negatives, I call these. But if you can, and you can go up and balance, go ahead and do that. And then last step is I'll get it in the rack position here, below the navel, nice and relaxed, shoulders are packed, and then I'll walk. Find your balance. Keep your eye on the loaded end. Try to keep your chin neutral. So we don't want to hyperextend the neck there. So trying to keep as neutral as possible. And then just walking. And just getting used to the balance of the mace. Okay? After that, I'll go into my pendulum progressions. So starting here again. Choke up if you need to. I'll bring it to my shoulder, If my right hand's on top, point that top finger, that's the shoulder that you throw the 360 over. But for now, we're going to set it on the shoulder and slide. So my right hand is on top, and I'm just going to find that hanging position. Now this is the position you need to feel in your 360s. So getting used to being here and letting those hands fall. When you're a beginner with your 360s, you may still be up here. Over time, you'll find that your range of motion and mobility will improve. And ideally, you want to get your hands to the nape of your neck here. So we're just hanging. Now we'll let go of one. Switch hands and let go of the other. Try to feel a nice stretch through the tricep there. Activate your glutes, neutral pelvis, ribs are driving towards your pelvis, abs are fired. Okay, release down. Now I always release down instead of trying to pull it back around. Now we're going to repeat. Right hand on top, left shoulder, slide it down. And this time I'm just going to go through the pendulum. So here, I like to do a few butterflies. So really engage your scapula and pull those elbows back. Pry and then squeeze forward. Pry and squeeze forward. Just 3. Switch hands and do the same thing. So now my left hand is on top. Pry and squeeze. Pry and squeeze. Neutral pelvis, glutes engaged. Okay, release down. Now after doing the prying, we're going to go into the pendulum. So again, right hand on top, left shoulder. Slide it down. If you're comfortable here and you have no pain in the elbows, okay, you could start to just move and allow that mace to go into a little swing or pendulum. Just like that. And feel how that feels on your elbows and grip. Good, release down. Now on the clock, you're probably gonna go to, not quite to 9 and 3. You might go to 8 and 4, something like that. All right, so switch hands, opposite shoulder. Left hand on top, right shoulder, slide it down. Again, here, just relax. Try to let those hands fall. Now this is a drill that you can do every time you swing. And even if you're not swinging, you can use it as a nice stretch. But it's good to practice this position as often as you can to promote pulling those hands low in the back. All right, so getting into the pendulum again. You'll find it might hit your butt, might hit your back a little, that's okay. So ideally you're rotating the torso to allow it to get higher and higher. Now once you get to the point where you can pendulum to 9 and 3, you'll be ready for the pullover. So coming back down to stop, release down, and give those arms a shake. You don't want to do too many pendulums to start, just ease your way into reps. Because you're going to feel it a little in the elbows. That will get stronger over time. And then the last drill you can do after the pendulums is to dominant hand on top. So mine is right hand, left shoulder, and down. This time I'm going to pendulum and then I'm going to pull over. So if I went over my right shoulder, my left shoulder, right hand on top, left shoulder. I'm going to pull it over my right shoulder. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, up to 9, 3, and pull, pull. And then try to bring it back down to the rack. Again, so slide it down. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and pull, pull. And for that, you can choke up about to here, okay? So down, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and pull, pull. Back to start. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and pull. Now let's reduce the count. We're here. 1, 2, and pull. Try it again. 1, 2, and pull. So again, the pullover is more advanced, so get used to being in that low rack position first before you attempt to pull it over. The progressions then to the 360 are pretty much the same, but you need to really be ready with your rack position and your position here. So the two most important positions in the 360 are here, relaxing here. I don't want you up here all tense. Relax. So that when it comes around each time, you land. So if you're ready to 360 and land, 360, land, 360, land, and 360. Okay, I'm going to go briefly into walking you through the 360 here, but just for time's sake, I think I'm close to my limit here. So envision yourself just outside the doorway, door frame. You've got a nice door frame here, a big wide one. And my hands are at about 10 and 2 here. You want to aim the loaded end of the mace up and towards that corner of the door frame, the upper corner. Just slightly behind you, so that when you toss it here, it's going to sweep past your rear, come back up, and right as it approaches here, you begin your pull, and then it's going to come and land in the center. So I'm not going to go into this in too much detail, because this is more of a beginner thing. So I'm getting this in the rack, and I'm going to guide it towards that upper. So in order to do that, my hands go sideways, and I give it a slight toss to that upper corner, and then drop and pull. Toss, dive, and pull. Toss, dive, and pull. Toss, dive, and pull. You'll find points where you can relax your grip. So that's basically the progression of the 360. Now, when you're in the rack position and you want to set it down, you're going to slide up or come about here and catch. Try to catch it here at your shoulder. And then you're either going to drop it between your legs, or just, you can go like this to set it down, or you can just bring it down like this. Or if it's very heavy, I've learned to come here and set it down. So a few set down options there as well. Anyway, reach out if you have any questions. Enjoy.